don't cost you
Hey
nothing.
YouTube, it's Auntie Mickey. How y'all doing on this Sunday morning? Oh, goodness gracious, I got so much rest yesterday. I actually went into several comas. And that big old plate of food was the nail in the coffin. Thank you to my husband for that. The reason I'm doing this video is because a little while back, I did a book reading of Kim's Lost Words. And apparently, you know, all the controversy surrounding this book, it ended up being pulled off of the shelves, so to speak, of Amazon. I got my book before they did that, and I read it. And I actually read it here on my channel, and it's still there if you want to hear it. However, I stumbled across a video of a content creator, Everything Black American. Okay, that's the content creator that read the entire book in its the new book in its entirety. The new title, as a matter of fact, is Tell It All, I believe. Yeah, Tell It All. Same author name, all that good stuff. And for the most part, as I listened to this video, I kind of read along with her. Shout out to Everything Black America, by the way. Don't want to say that I stole somebody's content, because I ain't stealing nothing. I have the book right here. However, I did read along with her, and I made notes as to the things that were different. Now, if you haven't heard the book, what I'm about to tell you may not make much sense to you, but it's still salacious nevertheless. I'm going to actually tell you where the big additions are. In chapter 4, no, I'm sorry, correction, chapter 5, Sean kneels. I'm going to read a portion of this chapter. The chapters are very small, very, very short. But for continuity's sake, I have to read the entire chapter in order for you to get the magnitude of this particular addition of information. Because there was a lot of redactions in the previous book. A lot of Xing out of names. So this particular chapter is basically, it mentions, you know, Sean is into voodoo and stuff like that. He puts curses on people. It mentions the fact that they finally had a threesome together that included Mary J. Blige. Okay, she was named in the first book. No big deal. Okay. Then we go off into a scene where she comes into her apartment and I'll Be Sure and Sean are sitting at the dinner table. And she felt it quite awkward because, you know, I'll Be Sure is the father of her first child, Quincy. And, of course, she's with Sean by now. So, Sean is pretty much the new daddy. I'm not going to even comment on that because ain't no man going to come in and just raise my son. My husband would never have that. Anywho, we will move on. But here's where it gets really dicey. They're sitting there having a conversation. You know, finally it was cool conversation. And then it got awkward. And they were having some drinks. Al was a little loose after a couple of drinks. Says, I remember him saying, it's still weird seeing you with my friend, but you're happy, so I'm happy for you guys. Sean responded, thanks, man. Me and you, we've shared so much. Al replied coolly, word. The conversation took an odd and awkward turn when Sean said, we all been together, actually, but not together. I was shocked for a moment as quietness lingered in the room. I asked, "What do you mean by all together?" Al shifted uncomfortably, but Sean didn't hesitate. "You know how we sometimes invite other people into our bed?" I couldn't believe it. "Oh, hell no, Sean. This is my son's father." "Al, say something." What Al said was mind-boggling. "I don't know. It could be kind of hot. I miss you in that way." Although I couldn't believe Sean would do this, the truth was I still cared about Al. And this could be very hot. I just didn't want it messing up my relationship. And if things became awkward, how would it affect Quincy? So I asked, "Are you both sure?" I imagined both of them inside of me. I knew this would be awkward sexually. There would be some bumping of genitals. But what happened next, I couldn't have imagined in my wildest dreams. Stop. When this content creator went on to read the redacted part, she didn't read it verbatim, but she did indicate the following. Al pleasured Sean orally. I couldn't believe it. I stood there in shock. But when Sean then pleasured Al orally, I ran out of the room. This was too much. I couldn't. Sean called out to me, "Oh, come on, Kimmy." They didn't chase after me. Then they continued on doing their whatnots. With that said, of course, she just continues. I couldn't get the image out of my mind. I couldn't be with Sean for a while. But that wouldn't be the last time I saw Sean in a compromising position. Not by a long shot. One day I found the vault where he kept all his encounters with men. Yes, he kept a record of it. But that's for later. Now, as you go on to other chapters, that was chapter 5, I believe. Nothing really happens abnormally that didn't happen in the first book until you get to chapter 9, going back to Cali. Now, at this point, I'm going to have to read a little bit more than the previous chapter. I'm not going to read the whole chapter, but you'll get it when you hear it. I woke up and left the bedroom where I was with Jada Pinkett, and Sean happened to be coming out of the bedroom with Snoop and Will Smith. Yes, Snoop attended the parties from time to time. I could see him and Will kind of snuggled up on the bed together. I was grateful I wasn't asked to join in that room. I didn't really like Snoop. Sean smiled when he saw me. "Good morning." Here at the orgies, he wasn't very affectionate. He didn't have to pretend, but he couldn't walk straight. I knew how his ass felt, literally. We'd had sessions playing with each other's anal cavities. I wanted to be home before Quincy woke up, so I told him, "I'm getting ready to go." He responded, "Let's have a cup of coffee first." This meant he wanted to talk. I didn't know what it was all about, but in situations like this, I really didn't have a choice. He was becoming more violent when he didn't get what he wanted, and I didn't really want to fight, so I sat down. But before we started talking, Snoop came out of the room. Sean was wearing boxers. Snoop was in his birthday suit. Addressed us, "Good morning," when he turned around in order to close the door, where there was a dried cum stain on his back. Snoop walked over, pulled a chair out to sit down next to us, and lit up a blunt. Sean stretched, smiled, and said, "This East Coast, West Coast beef is more lucrative than I thought, but it's getting dangerous." Snoop responded, surprised. "Business first thing in the morning?" "Damn, cuz, you own it. But you know, you don't got nothing to worry about. You got a pass, Daddy." Snoop smiled coyly. Sean apparently had something to talk about with Snoop as well, because he said, "I can't protect everybody, especially if someone is no longer going to be on my label." It was apparent Snoop was taken aback by this turn of events, by his reply. "Sean, are you saying what I think you're saying?" Sean continued, "It's taxing on my resources to protect people. Someone that isn't 100% on my team can't get 100% of my protection." What the hell is going on here? What did Sean want from me? This morning is turning out to be way more than I expected, and I have to go. Quincy will be looking for me. Meanwhile, Snoop apparently wanted clarity. So to be clear, if something happened, Snoop made quotation marks with his fingers, to one of your artists that was leaving your label anyway, it would be considered, he makes another set of quotation marks, out of your control. Is that what you're saying? Wait a minute, can they be talking about Chris? Is Sean saying he won't protect Chris? At this point, I was too young, too naive, too hungover to understand that this was not a lack of protection. This was a hit. Where did this come from this morning? But an older, wiser me understands now what I did not comprehend all those years ago. Sean was just getting to the real reason that he had Snoop there. The world was about to lose Biggie. Snoop laughed. "You a cold motherfucker." Sean said, "Why the fuck should I protect someone that isn't gonna stick around? I made him. That nigga should be worshiping the ground I fucking walk on." I ain't gonna go no further with that. Let me jump a little bit through these paragraphs. Moving on. More conversation. But if he can't protect himself and something terrible does happen, then the money I would make off of his death would blow away all the money we made so far. I was perplexed. "Sean," he continued, "he's worth more to me dead than alive." Sean Combs is a calculated monster. Snoop chimes in. "I get that, fam. A lot of people out there want Biggie dead too. Without our protection, he doesn't stand a chance in Cali." Chris is going to die. This is crazy. I dare not say anything else about it. Sean smiles and stands to walk over to a safe behind a picture. There he pulls out a bag marked with Snoop's name on it. He turns to Snoop and says, "That's why you're worth your weight in gold. You understand me. Here's a little something for you to take care of my people." Snoop smiles. "Sean, I love you, baby. You know I got your back. Your problems are my problems. I'll make sure to have my people take care of your people." I need to get out of here. This is crazy. I attempted to leave again. "Sean, I want to get to Quincy before he wakes up." Sean looked at me, responding, "It's getting late. Give him a kiss from me. I'm going to get out of here." Thank God. Snoop, always something to say. I'd love to meet the little tyke sometime. Not a chance in hell. Something about this guy creeps me out. I forced a smile. That would be great. And I made my exit. Boom. So, those were the big bombs. The Al B. Sure incident and Snoop. However, this was in addition at the end that was not in the initial book that I'm going to read for you. Parting notes. This apparently was written after the first book was created and publicized for the public. Al B. Sure revealed why he felt Kim was running from Sean, and initially everyone felt he was seeking attention. However, numerous comments and allegations are coming from sources that just may prove his statements have validity. Kim Porter shared twins with Sean, and she was constantly battling to maintain custody of them. Kim was writing a book about her life with Sean that allegedly included abuse, infidelity, and numerous wrongdoings. In the alleged book, it is said Kim went into detail about everything that happened in her life with Sean, from physical and emotional abuse, wiretapping, being watched and followed by paid personnel, and only being able to maintain her twins because she threatened to expose him if he attempted to take them from her. It has long been speculated that Sean swings both ways. You think? Kim states he required her to wear a strap-on when they had intimacy. Kim also allegedly approached Andre Harold about Sean's intimacy with him, which was denied. However, it's rumored that she had evidence the two were more than just business friends. Allegedly, Kim had quite a bit of footage of Sean with numerous men, validating the rumors that have been circulating for years. Sean had a reputation of publicly humiliating Kim with other women bearing children, one even being pregnant at the same time. Everyone knew the Sean-Kim Porter relationship was far from sweet and innocent. In fact, it was easily labeled as toxic. Kim's family has threatened to file a wrongful death lawsuit, feeling natural causes was not the reason for her death. Numerous exposés have questioned the cause of death and the location of her body when she was found. Kim had pneumonia and was said to have died peacefully in her sleep, but it has been said that there was blood found on her pillowcase and on the bathroom floor leading to her bedroom. Allegedly, Kim was found unresponsive in her bed, but she was discovered on the bathroom floor. So the question remains, who placed her in her bed? Reports from the original coroner supposedly said that there were toxicants found in Kim's system and suspected foul play. An anonymous person said Kim's last phone call was to 911 at around 2:43 a.m. and she was found the next morning at 11 a.m. And the last page simply has this. My name is Kim Porter. I was born in Columbus, Georgia on December 15th, 1970. I passed away from pneumonia and other complications unknown on November 15th, 2018 in Los Angeles, California. It seems as if my death was shrouded by mystery and possibly suspicious motives. Did I die from pneumonia? That's it. That's the latest scoop on the Kim Porter book, memoir, whatever you want to call it. I don't know about you, but nothing surprises me at this point. Hit the like button. Share and subscribe if you'd like. I'll be talking to you again soon. Peace.